Welcome to Vintage Gaming Memories. Shall we play a game?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to take a look at this keyboard I picked up the other day off of Amazon. This is the Royal Kludge R65 keyboard, and it's not vintage, but it's a vintage slash retro looking keyboard that I thought it was worth looking into. Plus it's mechanical, so I can't wait to check out how the keys feel along with the sounds it makes. So let's open this up. Just a quick look before I do open it up. You can see it was an Amazon purchase as opposed to buying it directly from RK. It is RGB backlit, hot swappable. We'll look at that, the keycaps that is, and the switches I believe as well. There's the layout. Let's open this up and take a look. Again, this isn't anything that was new as far as coming out on the market. This was out for a while, but it just has a great deal. I figured why not pick this up. Okay. All right, we got the user manual, as we can see. Okay, we don't need that at the moment. Keyboard, the main part of it all. And what else we have back here? We have 4 switches. We have our USB-C cable, which makes this a wired keyboard. We have here a 2-in-1 key puller. It's for caps and switches. And speaking of caps, here's one spare cap. And that would be it. All right, let's make some room here. Here is the keyboard. And here is where the connection goes in for the USB-C, which is why it's a wired keyboard. It's actually a 60% wired keyboard. 60% is the layout. You know, the compact design of this keyboard is 60% when you do compare it to a full-size one. And you can also see what's missing compared to a full-size one. There's not the function row or the function keys, the F keys that you normally see on top. There's not a dedicated number pad. And this is pretty much a gamer's keyboard. It has the 5 rows and then 66 keys that are all you need. That's the main reason why I bought this, because it's something different. Kind of reminds me of the retro look of the Atari 8-bits back in the 80s. But before we get into the keyboard and its functionality, let's talk a little bit about the company in case you don't know much about them, RK Royal Kludge. Background on the company, they've been around since 2015 and are known for these mechanical keyboards that work great with gamers in their gameplay. They've put a lot of effort in the quality of the keyboard along with the affordability, and they offer a variety of keyboards. If you look on their website, they have wired, wireless, they got foldable ones, they got low profile or full-size ones, and the styles are pretty eye-catching as well. So like I said, this one here caught my eye because it has that retro Atari 8-bit computer vibe for me, and it was also listed at $65 with $15 off and then 10% off of that. So total with tax, just around $47, and that was on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description in case it's still available, but you can see these specials go on and off every so often. So if you want to pick one up, you may get around $50 or so. Now, I've seen reviews on a lot of different keyboards, and everybody loves to hear the sound that these keys make, especially the mechanical ones, of course. So let's give this a shot and hear how it sounds. Okay, that's enough. There's many layers underneath here which allow for this great response you get, as well as the durability you'll have when you use this with aggressive gameplay. And you can actually see how this keyboard is very flexible. You see how all that goes down the whole keyboard in the center? In the back, you do have some legs you can pop open to have it ergonomically set up for your desires. I believe it's got one setting, or no, actually there is 3 in total. Flat Or if you open up the middle part, it's got a little bit of a elevation to it. And then you can go the higher elevation by lifting it all the way up. Or go flat. So pretty nice. You have 3 different levels you can have for the keyboard. What stands out on this keyboard for me, besides the compact look and the color, is the top right corner here, which is a volume control. And let's see if you can hear it as I turn it. Pretty nice, you can hear that. And it also turns on and off as you press it down. So you've got full control of your volume. The keyboard as it's laid out, as you know, compact style. The front, we talked about the bottom. And then in the back, here is your connection with your USB-C cable. That's pretty much it. Now let's plug this in and let's see if it lights up. Okay, let's connect this up and see how it illuminates. There you go. You can see it definitely, even with the light on, which is pretty bright down here, that the backlit keyboard does have this nice pattern going on. Let me turn the lights off and get you a real show. You can adjust the speed and the brightness of the backlit keyboard here by holding the function key and using one of the arrows. And you can see there that did change. That's the speed. Again, go, and brightness is that. That's fully bright. I'll slow it down. It actually stopped completely almost. It's very slow. You can see it changing. Or we can speed it up. Pretty cool. Let's open this bag and take a look at one of the spare switches a little bit closer and see how it was designed. You can kind of get a good glimpse of it like that. Here we go. And it's got the cross top for the cap. Speaking of the keycaps, these keycaps on this keyboard are PBT made as opposed to an ABS keycap. Now the difference between the two, can't give you the full scientific or different composites within the two, but I know both are different types of polymers and people have different preferences between PBT and ABS. I don't have any particular preference. Also, these keycaps are noted as being double shot PBT, which differs versus a single shot. And I believe that's pretty much on the injection method. And that type of method is shown with how that legend that's being printed on these keys are made. Now, don't know the exact disadvantages and advantages of the double versus single, but I know it does tie into the legend or the image that you see on top of these keycaps. And being that this is a backlit keyboard, it probably is best that it is a double shot versus a single shot. If I'm wrong, feel free to comment down below because, again, I am not an expert on these keyboards, but I do know enough to get by to figure out what I want and what I like. And this is something I thought was pretty cool. I don't know. It's not something I'll probably use all the time. I'm not a heavy gamer. I'm not even a gamer. Let's consider that really truthful. I'm more of a gamer on the 8-bit, and the keyboards on that are stationary because they're on the computer itself. But as far as gaming with a keyboard like this, wired, connected to the computer, I don't know. Maybe I'll just use this for other purposes besides gaming because it's a full functioning keyboard, just compact, and it does feel great. Let's get 2 hands on this and do a test. All right. I should also mention, because I didn't hook this up too long, to show you that there are some indicator lights over here right next to the arrows. And the first indicator light will tell you whether caps lock is on. Let me give you a better view here. So the first one is caps lock, second one is win lock, and the third one's for Mac. So that's pretty cool. That's Mac compatible. And I thought this was pretty neat as well. If you pop open the space bar, you can actually enter the DFU mode, which is development firmware upgrade mode. And they tell you about methods and how to get there and do some firmware upgrades, which I probably won't do because I'm not really going to get into this too much right now. But a lot of things you can do with this. A very affordable keyboard and a lot of cool functionality. So this is the Royal Kludge, or otherwise known as RK, R65 mechanical keyboard, mostly used for gaming, but you could use it for other purposes. Got it from Amazon. Pretty cool with the mechanical keyboard and the sounds and feel of each key pressed down. And the keyboard being flexible. Awesome backlit on the keyboard itself with some controls on the brightness and speed control. And it's wired, but that's all right. Don't need a Bluetooth on this. So if this video or keyboard draws any interest to you, definitely check out Amazon or the manufacturer's website and see what keyboard out there might fit your taste. Maybe this one here, because there's plenty to choose from. And it's not too expensive. Like I said, $47 out the door for this one via Amazon. And it's a nice keyboard. Hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, keep that gaming passion from the past alive by living it today. Take care, everyone.